Hello, namaste, beautiful human. Thank you for joining me for another practice. As always, super grateful to have you here and super grateful to be coming at you from my hometown in New Zealand, Cambridge. Yeah, it's just such a lovely place, and you might remember I filmed some classes out here last year when I was visiting, so I thought I'd come out here again. It's super sunny, so I'm hoping that the video works. Sometimes the camera overheats if it's a little bit too sunny, so fingers crossed, and if you're watching this, then it was a success. Yeah, I hope you're having a really wonderful day wherever you are, or a wonderful start to the day. I hope that if it has not gone super smoothly so far, that this will help you find your center, and a little bit of stillness, a little bit of moving and breathing always helps us when we're feeling down, helps us when we're feeling anyway. Yeah, so as always, usually we'll just start with some stillness. Let's find a nice cross-legged seat and close down the eyes. See what it feels like to scrunch those shoulders all the way up to the ears, creating some tension, squeezing the face, and then exhale, releasing. We'll do it 2 more times like this. So inhale, shoulders up towards the ears, creating that tension, tightness of the face of the body, and exhale, releasing. Not worrying what it looks like. 1 more time, inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, releasing. Noticing now that when you create that tension and just simply release and let go, it's not any effort at all. It's simply releasing and being. Often it takes creating that contrast to feel the opposite, just like positives and negatives, or busy and stillness. If you're finding it difficult to drop into stillness, you can create that tension, creating the opposite, the polarity, and then let go, release. And find that softness with more ease, taking less or no effort at all. Bringing your hands to heart center now, we'll open the practice with a single Om together. So first inhaling, exhaling out the mouth, and inhaling for Om. Deep belly breath. Feeling the vibration through your body. Any sensations you're feeling in the body. Taking a moment of gratitude here for anything that comes to your mind right now. Namaste. Blinking open the eyes if they're not already. So we're going to be doing some twists today, so moving through some twists and a little bit of balancing. So it'll be a little bit of a spicy one for us, but fluid nonetheless. Inhale, we're going to rise the arms up, gaze follows, look up. Exhale to twist right palm, comes to the right left thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale to twist a little bit more. Just keeping it soft as we're just warming up. We have the rowers over here. Inhale through center. Exhale, left palm comes to the right thigh. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist a little bit more. Ensure you're not falling back onto the elbow or backwards. So keeping that integrity in the spine here. Moving with the breath now. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhaling to the right. Coming back through center. Come back onto the hands now. Bring the feet out in front of you. So the fingertips are pointing towards the body here. We're just going to windshield wipe at the knees here, side to side. So moving onto one glute and then onto the other. So where we are leaning back here. And then from here, we're going to move off the hands. So we're going to move the knees over towards the left. Inhale, up, reach up, clasp those hands together, back through center. And then windscreen wiper, the legs over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, hands through heart center. You're more than welcome to come down onto the hands and go over to the left, but otherwise, we'll move with the breath now like this. It's really good hip mobility here, engaging the core a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale to move through center and move the knees over to the opposite side. So it might take you some time to get into that flow. So we'll be doing this a few more times, just at your own pace. You can press those hips forward a lot if you like. One more time on either side. And coming back through center. We're now going to just roll over into tabletop. So making your way there, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Inhale, opening up the heart, cat-cow now. Exhale, pressing away. Inhale to open. Exhale, pressing away. Moving with the breath now. Maybe moving in some more organic ways, moving your hips around in circles or side to side, or bending the elbows, moving into any tension that you might be feeling today. And then otherwise, finding some stillness when you're ready. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky, opening the heart. Exhale, threading the needle now. So right palm comes under the left elbow, come down onto the head, onto the right temple almost, pressing away from the mat here. If you like, you can bring that left hand onto the lower belly or the right inner thigh as well for a bind. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Next, exhale, releasing that hand back down if it's not already. And inhale, same way we came in, reaching up as if you were pulling a bow and arrow. Exhale, tabletop. Same again on the other side, so just finding your center again. Inhale, left arm reaches up this time, opening the heart. Exhale, threading the left palm under the right elbow, coming down onto the temple, side of the head. Inhale, pressing that right palm away from the mat. Or clasping the hand onto the lower back, onto the sacrum or inner thigh. Next, exhale, releasing. Bring the palm down and inhale. reaching up. Exhale, tabletop. Tuck the toes under now. I'm going to press up and back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Maybe walk the hips out if you like, hips side to side, breathing again into anywhere where you're feeling some tension maybe, or that needs a little bit more movement. And then finding some stillness now. Shoulders are away from the ears, hands are wide spread. Pull the ribs in slightly. Inhale through the nose here. Exhale out the mouth. Take one big step forward with the left foot to the outside of the mat, or just to the edge of the mat, and the right. So we're coming for a shorter downward facing dog twist now. Inhale, right palm comes to the outside of the left leg, looking underneath the armpit, or just looking down at the ground. Bend that right elbow a little bit to assist. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Next, exhale, releasing. Other side, left palm comes to the outside of the right leg, maybe bending that elbow, pressing away from the mat with the right palm. Next, exhale, releasing. Come wide back into downward facing dog, so we're more of a wider stance again. Inhale here, looking up to the palms, and then we're just going to exhale and then begin to breathe and move into the hamstrings as you slowly walk your way up to the top of the mat. We'll arrive together about 1 foot away from the top of the mat there, so allowing yourself that space. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine and open up the heart here. Exhale, forward fold, Padastasana. So hands can be on the shin here or palms on the mat. See what it feels like to keep that connection between the tummy and thigh. Maybe even moving up and down a little bit, warming up a little bit more. Wherever you are, inhale, right arm reaches up, bending that left knee, opening the chest. Exhale, opposite side, right palm comes down, left arm reaches up. So feeling a nice stretch in the IT band here. Exhale through center one more time, opening up the right arm, gaze follows, but not straining the neck. So always looking what is comfortable for you. You don't need to look up at your hand all the time. Not listening to me blindly, just listen to your body, so maybe just looking down. And arriving back through center. Inhale, now we're going to rise all the way up. Reach up, gaze follows. Exhale, Samastiti, Tadasana at the top of the mat. We'll do one Surya Namaskar Sun Salutation here. So inhale, bend the knees, reach up, arch the back slightly, gaze is following. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jumping back into plank here. Staying here for a breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders away from the ears here, elbows in. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to inhale, right leg reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, big step up in between the palms. Inhale, high lunge. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. And exhale, we're going to reach forward, forward, forward and down. And from here, big step up, coming into an L shape at the top of the mat. Inhale here, pointing the foot. Exhale out the nose. Staying here for a couple of breaths. If you're losing your balance a little bit, just keeping it playful, keeping it soft. If you're falling out, come back. It's all right. Inhale from here, bending that right knee. We're going to rise all the way up. Left knee follows, so arms up, knee up. One-legged mountain here. Clasp onto the left knee here, onto the left shin. That might be enough for you. Or you can inhale, open up the arm to the left-hand side. Keep your focus on one point here. Maybe bending that right knee a little bit more as well. Inhale, exhale, coming back. One-legged mountain. And then from here, we're going to bring the left foot to the outside of the right edge of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend both of the knees. Left heel rises for a twist, and then we're going to clasp that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale to lengthen and exhale for a twist. So it's a little bit different, so it might take a while to get there. But just trusting your body, staying with the breath here. Inhale, exhale, coming back through center, bring the palms down, stepping back with the left foot. Inhale, reach up for a twist again, opening up. Exhale, both the hands down, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rising through to plank. Exhale, slowly lowering down, coming all the way onto the belly now. Bring the arms wide. Inhale, rising up. Engage the glutes, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale. So coming into a wide cobra. Inhale, opening up. We'll do it 2 more times. Pressing into the tops of the feet here. Exhale down. Inhale to open. Exhale down. And then pressing up. We'll meet in downward facing dog. We'll do the same again now on the other side. Inhale, left leg reaches up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, stepping in between the palms. Inhale, arms reaching up. Left hip crease back. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, reaching forward, 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 and down. Bending that front knee, stepping up, L shape. So keeping it strong here, maybe bending that left knee if you need to, pointing the foot, opening the heart. Staying here for a few breaths. When you're ready, inhale, rising up, 1-legged mountain, reach up. Knee lifts up as well, and then clasping the hands onto the knee or onto the shin. Engage the core here, focusing on a drishti, 1 point to concentrate on. And then that might be enough for you, or again, opening up the right arm this time. Looking back or looking to the side or looking down. Focusing on opening the heart here. Steady breath, steady mind. Exhale back through center. Right foot this time comes to the outside of the left edge of the mat. Clasp the hands together for the twist. So bending the right knee, inhale to open, exhale to twist a little bit more. So you can really use your arm as a lever here to open up the front body. Staying with the breath. Inhale, drop those palms down, stepping back. Gonna exhale with the right foot and then inhale, open up for a twist. Exhale, palm down, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into plank. Exhale, slowly lowering down, landing as softly as you can on the mat here. This time we're going to do a bit of a shoulder stretch now. So opening up the right hand so it's 90 degrees parallel to the body. Inhale, press into the left hand, bend the left knee, and then exhale, rolling over the body, so rolling over almost onto that right hip. Allow the head to be down, allow the left foot to come towards the ground. If that is a lot on the hip, you're more than welcome to just leave the leg straight as well. So we'll stay here for a few breaths. You can again use that arm as a lever if you like to kind of come back a little bit more if you want some more stretch, or just keeping it soft. Next, exhale, rolling back through center. Same again on the other side. Left arm is out, coming to the right hand, to the right knee on an inhale, and then exhale, over onto that left hip, onto the left shoulder there. Steady breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Next, exhale, releasing. Coming back through center, tuck the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, stepping in between the palms, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, same again, big step up. L shape, top of the mat. Fingertips come down, left leg reaches back. Inhale, rising up. Hands come to heart center this time. So you can clasp onto the knee again and open up, or you can clasp onto the outside of the left foot and open up here. So a little bit of an extra balance, extra twist, good stretch in the IT band. If you're wobbling, just flowing with the wobble as if a tree does, blowing in the wind, staying firm and grounded, yet soft. Inhale, exhale. Left foot comes outside the mat again, but this time you're going to inhale, reach up, grab onto the left wrist, side body stretch. Maybe moving side to side a little bit if that feels good for you. One more inhale here, open up. And exhale, leave the feet where they are, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back to center, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again, moving with breath. And exhale, stepping or jumping back into plank. Exhale, lowering down. And then inhale, opening up, upward facing dog or cobra here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, high lunge, stepping in between the palms, rising up on the inhale. Exhale, big step up, L shape, so right foot reaches up, opening the heart here. See if you can keep your hips squared, so not opening up so much with that right hip. Next, inhale, rising up, reaching up with the arms as the knee lifts up, one-legged mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center, keeping the toes flexed here. Option to stay here or bring that knee into the body and towards the body. Or again, clasping onto the outside edge of the right foot this time. Inhale, opening up, staying with the breath. Maybe noticing that one side is different to the other. I know mine certainly is. And then exhale, releasing slowly, landing softly. Right foot comes to the outside of the mat, and then this time side body stretch. Grabbing onto the wrist, open up. Maybe moving side to side a little bit if that feels good. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping right foot up to meet the left, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, opening heart. Exhale, forward fold. From here, stepping or jumping back into plank. Exhale, dropping the knees down, coming into child's pose. So you can keep it active, keep the toes tucked under, bring the knees wide if you like, or untucking the toes, coming down onto the forehead. Staying here for a few big, beautiful belly breaths, breathing into all sides of the body. Inhale, looking up towards the fingertips, and if you would like, moving the hands over towards the left side. Breathing into the whole right side of the body here. Inhale, walking over towards the right side with the hands now. And exhale, breathing into the whole left side body here, into the hips. Inhale back through center. Rolling forward, downward facing dog. And then we're just going to slowly walk up to the top of the mat and make our way down into a seat here. We're actually going to roll all the way down onto our backs. Lengthen that right leg out, bring the left knee into the chest. So same as we were doing standing here really, but you will feel a much bigger hip stretch here, I imagine. Keeping both the shoulders grounded now. Grab onto the big toe here, right arm is out, lengthen the leg. So again, you're welcome to grab the shin here and then just open up the hip. Allow the whole right side of the body to stay grounded as you open up the left hip, left side body. You can bring the arm to a cactus here as well. So this might be a lot, so again, always option to keep the knee bent a little bit, or a lot of it. Inhale back through center, pull the knee into the chest, and then swapping sides. Inhale, right knee comes in, staying here for a couple of breaths. And then clasping onto the big toe or edge of the foot. Extend the right leg and then opening up. Right foot comes to right side. So again, you might notice one side is different to the other. One is always tighter. But continue to keep that left hip grounded. So if that's coming up a lot, then just come back slightly. Maybe bring the arm onto the shin. Keeping the left toes flexed as well. Inhale back through center, bending the knee, bringing it into the body. Exhale, release. Coming into a final twist now, so any way that feels good for you today. Bringing one knee over the other, and exhale to one side. Inhale back through center. Opposite knee comes over. Exhale to that side. Keeping a soft face. And then just coming back to that sense of softness as you make your way down into Shavasana. So we'll stay here for a few minutes today. Squeeze the whole entire body to begin with. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the glutes, the face, just as we did at the beginning of the practice. Contracting, contracting, and then exhale, releasing completely. Feeling that same sense of softness, of stillness within. Maybe noticing now what your body feels like compared to at the start of the practice. Notice how the mind was throughout your practice. There's a few different asanas in there, some balancing. And reminded to always be gentle and enjoy your practice. Playful and serious at the same time. Such is life. Relaxing your whole body, relaxing your mind now, letting go of thoughts. And if any thoughts do wander back into the mind, just allow them to float by like clouds in your vicinity and continuing on. out of sight, out of mind. Begin now to bring your awareness back to the body, back to the breath. Wiggle the fingertips and wiggling the toes. Take a big inhale, reaching overhead, reach the toes forward, big. Wake up the body, stretch, and exhale. Releasing. Rolling over onto one side, and then coming back up to a seat. From here, we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, through center. Gaze is soft here. 1 more time. Exhale. Take a moment here, maybe closing down the eyes. A moment of gratitude for yoga, for its practices, the tools it gives us to come back to ourselves, to find connection and presence. And for the teachers of yoga and the teachings as well. Bringing your hands to your third eye in between the eyebrows. And bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. I hope you did enjoy it. Thank you for being here once again. I love you and I appreciate you. I know, as I said, there were a few different asanas in there. So let me know what you thought, if you do enjoy these more stronger, spicier flows. And I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Om Namah Shivaya.